Guys, welcome back to Growing Game Developer. Today I want to show y'all how to make a television and put something onto the screen. Alright, so at first, thinking about putting the couch here and the TV over there, but I kind of like the lamp to be where the television is, so we're going to go over here. Alright, I need folks to click on this to get away from the camera. Alright, click over here twice, go away, hit shift. Make sure you do not have caps on, guys. Make sure you don't have caps on at all during this, okay? Sometimes I leave that on and I end up paying for it later. Alright, here we go. Shift, right click, not right there. Shift, right click, Shift A, mesh, and then plane. Rotate along the X, I believe. Nope, it's Y. 90 degrees. Bring it along the X by pressing GX. From here, I'm going to go into tab mode. And I want to kind of zoom in a little bit. It doesn't have to be exactly on the wall, don't worry about that, right? So, with this being said, I'm going to try and make this like a little short video because it took a lot longer on the lamp and the couch, but we did put a whole lot of work into that lamp, as you can see here. The couch is low poly, like I said in the other video. You have to be able to do your own creations with your own creativity. I just want to show you the steps to do so. Alright, all that going on there. There's a lot that we did inside there, but I don't really feel I need to show that right now. It's not really important. Alright, so let's get to this TV real quick. We're going to stay in select preview. I like to work in select preview. Most people like to work in solid up here. I just like to work in select preview because those things that I already have colored makes it really easy to see. Also, when you add shade smooth, it makes it a lot easier to see as well. So let's jump into this. Hit E to extrude. It automatically extruded the right way. Now, when I pull this out, remember we're trying to make like a flat screen here. So we really don't want our back to be that big. We want it to be about right there. And at this point, you got to scale that face. That face right there, you're going to scale. Bring it out a little bit again by pressing E. And this one, we will scale inward. Just a tad bit. Like that. Alright. Now, we can make this a little bigger by hitting tab, do on the object mode, press S to scale it out, press S, Y, scale it along the Y, go back into tab, and there you have it, folks. We have a miniature TV, but it doesn't really look like a TV. It kind of just looks like a little trough on the wall. So we're going to turn into a more like TV. Hit Control B, pull out. Not too far out. I did that a little too far. Hit that. Hit this face. Hit Inset. Bring it in. Hit Control B again. Bring that in. Grab this face. Hit G, X. Bring it in. Maybe not that far. Alright. Now when you go here, hit R as in right click. Dang, I gotta be more specific, but hit right click, hit shade smooth, and as you can see here, you got a little flat screen TV. I want to adjust that a little bit. I want to move this back just a little bit, just a little bit, make it look a little more like there's a screen in there. See, like you can tell the difference between the outline and the television screen. Alright, here we go. So with this being all done like that, I want you to go into shading. This would be fairly simple actually. So we have this selected, right? You have this selected, you have the TV selected. I want you to hit tab, click, keep that face selected. I want you to hit assign, hit new. It's going to pop up a node right here, and this is where we can be most effective. Alright, so as a matter of fact, for TV, I want you to click on this right here where it says Principal BSDF. Go ahead and right click that, delete that. I know, crazy, right? No. Watch. And it even gives our TV a cool color. But hit Shift A, go into Input, go to, sorry, I think I'm actually in the wrong one. Yes I am. Go into Shader. Yes, go into Shader. Go into Emission. Bring that emission here. Drag that in place to the surface. Make sure you hit assign to that one. We don't want it to be the whole thing. We need it to be just that one face. Okay. Now, if you have any files, like any pictures in your file, or anything of the sorts, we're going to need, which I gotta forewarn y'all, there might be an error that comes up soon. But the cool thing is that I wanted to show you guys how to get out of that, like how to get that fixed. Okay. So the cool thing about this is I actually got a lot of these pictures, well, all of these, from Google. You just go on Google, you click it, make sure you copy it and paste it in the file that you want, but make sure you're not copywriting it. Make sure if you're going to do it for commercial, you get the rights for it. Alright. So I bring this up, and there's two things that we have here. There's color and there's alpha. Alpha, these things are kind of color coded, which I'm so glad they do this, because the yellow goes to yellow, gray goes to gray. It has the best attribute. You could go from alpha to color, but it's not going to look how you want it. So let's connect these two. Color. And there's the forewarning that I gave. Alright. So I'm going to teach you where I made the mistake, which I'm sure most of you guys will end up making this mistake. This is why I wanted there to be this mistake. So with one, right, it's for the whole color. It's like it's for the whole TV. So we hit tab out, and you have it. Even though that looks freaking awesome, if it was a painting, if I rotated it, that would look so cool as a painting. But that's not what we really want. So in order to do so, you hit plus here already, okay? You hit control, you click this with the face, and then we're going to have to hit select all and hit shift to and then click left click to deselect that. Now for the whole TV, we're going to click onto this material, we're going to hit new, and we're going to hit assign. Okay? And this is going to be our like black metallic kind of, you know, coloration like that. That's actually perfect. Then we still have this. Notice that. Why is it sideways? I'll show you how to fix that. Go to UV editing and make sure that we see this. And I want it to be the size of the scale of the whole picture. Okay, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to hit grab, move it along the line here, and then I'm going to hit scale. Okay, we want it to be as lengthy as our picture is. By the way, don't forget to hit shift left click to do both. You won't be able to do both unless you do that. Ah, shucks, click too much. Right click to undo, remember that. Grab, bring over. Alright, right there, perfect. Do the individual. These things kind of glitch if you're off, right? But when they're perfectly lined up and straight, it'll look like that. So you can do this. It's perfectly lined up. If it has one little notch over there like that, that means that that side is off. So we would go over here. We would click that, and depending on whether it's top to bottom, if it's on the bottom, that means you need to move it up. Watch. There we go. Go over here, G, move it down, make sure those lines are intact. Go. But notice that if we just do this, it still will look the same for over here. And I will show you how to do that in just a second. How that works in just a second. Okay, it's not giving me the view mode, so then I will turn it to the view mode by hitting Z. You can do this right here by hitting Z. Click Material Preview, and you're looking at it. So while you're looking at it, which is perfect, you can shift, select all these, rotate, and you can watch where your photo will look the best. Get the line lined up, take just this side, scale it down to the size of the photo. Same with these two. Scale it down to the photo. I'm just hitting G, guys. So, got these two. Again, hit G. Hit G again, bring them up, evenly match them. Boom. Then we can grab the whole thing. Right click to undo. Just click the bottom ones. Okay. The bottom ones, hit G, move it down. Perfect. So this is off by this one. I'm going to G and move it up. There we go. And then it's indicating that the other side is off. Okay. It's indicating that this side has to be a little too high. So when I click that down one, perfectly lined up. This happens to be a little over to the left too much. So we click that. And now it's showing that, geez, I accidentally hit my mouse. Alright, there we go. So, that is that. This is showing that this is too in. There we go. And now it's showing this below. Boom. And now you can see over here that our TV has a perfect screen set. And we go back to the shading. We look at that. Bam. You can go back to the layout now. Make sure everything's in order and everything. Yeah, guys. One thing I do see is I see this. So we can go back to shading. Go back to UV editing. Tap just that one good. I'm glad it actually has it on there. Hit G, bring it down already. This one's too high. Hit G, bring it down. You kind of want it on your picture as much as possible directly. So let's go back to layout. Let's test that out. Boom, there we go. Takes it right away. And look at that. You have a low poly television. So let's go ahead and put it on the wall. Okay. go ahead and grab this GX over. We don't want it in the wall, remember? We want it on the wall. There we go. On the wall. And you want to go ahead and move that cursor. Look at that. Alright. That looks swell. Swell. Alright, let's go ahead and color this room. You know, I kind of been anticipating. I'm not anticipating, but I've been kind of procrastinating about that. Give it the same kind of context color as these ones. So go ahead and click base color. Go ahead and click right here, and voila. There we have it. Now I told you guys I was gonna move the couch. So let's rotate along the Z, 90 degrees. Whoops. 90. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna just rotate along the Z 180. There we go. And I'm gonna grab it along the Y. Bring it this way. I'm not lined up with my TV as much as possible. Then GX to move it back along the wall. And there you have it, folks. A little living room. And if you want to see how it looks, you can see how it looks by doing this. By clicking render. And there we go. We got the light from the lamp. We got here. And you got the couch. You got the TV. Alright, so I kind of know what's going on with this lamp. Okay. Hit G, hit X, move it a little way. G, Y. Alright, there we go, guys. And let's look at this rendered. Okay. So we're going to go up here to render, hit render image. Like I said on the last video, you don't really need a whole supercomputer to do this. You know, I'm doing this on a very small. Oh crap! My bad. I forgot to do the camera. But I'm doing this on a very small laptop. I'm doing it on a HP PC. Okay, and you just really don't need. A high most people talk about, which in all honesty is my favorite freaking brand of technology, which would be Alienware. You don't even need stuff like that advanced in order to capture images and renders and do all kinds of cool animation. You know, you don't need the greatest thing. It's cool if you got the greatest thing. I mean, shoot, by all means, you know, get the best you can. But if you have doubts that my computer isn't good enough or any of that stuff, it's not the case, guys. It's just not the case. Alright. Let's go ahead and scale this camera here along the X. Alright. Now let's render it. Render image. Even if you got like one of those little $150 computers. Mine's dang near that. Mine's only 100 more than that. And that's it. You know, I got gaming headphones, a little camera mic, and honestly, I busted my mouse. So I'm working with a busted mouse, and you know, you just really do not need the best of everything to do great stuff. All right, well, that's the final render. You can go up here, hit save as, hit save a copy. If I were you guys, I would hit save a copy, because then you could do all different ones, and in different slots you can put different renders and everything. But thanks for watching, Growing Game Developers. Stay tuned.